Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, and aloha. Welcome back to a not scheduled, very improvised version of the Unidentified Celebrity Review. Today, we're going to be doing a quick unboxing from Tic Tac, so this should be cool. I haven't seen anybody do a live unboxing of one of these yet, so I've been sitting on this for a few days. I've been really wanting to open this really, really bad. Let me turn down the music here for you guys a little bit so I can hear myself. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, Gary Voorhees, Stephen Greer's Flair. What is shaking? Billy Pemberton. Luis, where have you been? I have been having UCR withdrawals. We're going to be back on Monday with the regularly scheduled program. I've taken the week off. I promised myself I wasn't even going to try and touch the computer all week, but we all know that's obviously not happening. So I got a thing from Tic Tac here. I also was just sorry I started this a little late from when I scheduled it. I was just watching the Lou Elizondo spot on Fox News, and I gotta tell you, Kennedy grilled the shit out of him. I loved it. She was not very satisfied with some of the answers that she was getting, and she was really pushing him to say something new, which was cool. If you guys don't know this, Kennedy, and I'm just checking her Twitter profile, but yeah, she used to be a VJ on MTV when MTV was a thing. When it was something cool to watch during the day when you were bored. They played these things called music videos. Really cool. So let's get to unboxing this, shall we? And then we'll talk a little bit, I guess, about the Lou Elizondo thing. I'm only going to stay on for about a half hour, if that, you guys. I just wanted to do this and say thank you, first of all, to all the people over at Tic Tac. Thanks so much for sending this. Let's see what's inside, shall we? I popped open the box, or I cut the tape. Let's check it out. Let's see what people are saying here in the chat. Let's see here. Gary Voorhees, what's shaking, dude? Akashi Chris, hello. I'm on the UAP Ladies Night on laptop. This is on a phone while working and chatting. What the hell? Am I missing a stream somewhere? Sorry, if I'm doing this over somebody else's stream, I apologize. This was very, very last second. All right, let's get into it. Let's see here. Alien Girl's way too drunk. Wowza, Luis. I wonder if they sent one to Fravor. That's a great question. I wonder if they did. Well, I mean, Fravor's not on social media, so I would say no. I'm going to go no on that one. Okay. All right, so it comes in this outside plastic part, and then voila. Oh, it's cardboard. Okay, I thought it was going to be plastic, this part here. It's sealed. Specimen 36 out of 50. 36 out of 50. Top secret. Warning, unauthorized disclosure. Strictly prohibited. Tic Tac Awareness and Sightings Association. The TASA organization, apparently. Security seal. Do not tamper. Should I open this? Government. Property of Government Bureau. I love it. So cool. You know what, you guys? You got here a little late, but I'm so damn happy you guys are here. It's cool to have an actual candy, like talking about and spreading the message of UAP through their their product. And thank God, I think, was it Ryan Graves who described it as a Tic Tac? Whoever threw the term Tic Tac in there, thank God they did that. Because I think it's just a great way to spread the message. I don't want to open this. I want to keep it sealed. But I did say I was going to do an unboxing, so let's do it. I'm going to try and... I don't want to rip this sticker off. I'm going to try and keep it as clean as possible here. Ooh, all right. I'm clearly breaking the seal that says do not tamper, so hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. But how's the week been going, you guys? I'm sorry, I haven't really been active this week. I've been trying to really take the time off. I've been a little active on Twitter, trying to watch a couple shows here and there. Get interviewed by DJ San Marco over at Calling All Beings, which was a cool interview. And then I watched Mike's show, of course, Singularity Lab, with Kevin Knuth, which, by the way, everyone should go check out if you haven't already. But here, all right, so I carefully sliced both seals. Let's pop it open. Ooh, that came off nicely. All right, that's what you're greeted with. Some paper. There's a card right here. See what it says. Greetings. We have returned from space to help celebrate. Guys, what can I say? I can't read today. To hell and I just did an audition too, which is hilarious. And I did fine on the audition, but now I can't talk. To help us celebrate this mint milestone, we have selected you to receive one of 50 exclusive packages featuring fresh mint, orange, or fruit adventure Tic Tac flavors that took the journey into orbit with us. While our mission is complete, the connection is just beginning. We encourage you to share a picture of your Tic Tac, space packs, each of the features with a phrase that inspires moments of connection, and tag us Tic Tac USA to help us make contact with our extraterrestrial friends. Your friends at Tic Tac. Wow, I think this actually might be a sticker. Or, I don't know. Almost looks like a sticker. It feels like I'd peel it, but I don't want to. Nah, I don't think it's a sticker. All right, leave it alone. All right, but yeah, check that out. What do you guys think of this so far? Hopefully mint. I think so. I think it's pretty sweet. What's up to everybody out there watching the show? If you don't know what we're doing an unboxing of the cool Tic Tac space capsule things that they've been sending out to people. All right, so let's remove the funfetti. Ah, okay. Let's see. Ooh, okay. All right. So we have funfetti in here. A lot of funfetti. And then I've got two check that out. It says sent to space on the package. That is awesome. I'm definitely not opening these. These are going to go right on the shelf behind me. Wow, this is so sweet. I didn't think I'd get this excited, but I am. I'm very excited. Thank you so much to the folks over at Tic Tac. You've got zest for this orange and make a refreshing start with Tic Tacs. Support these guys. Support the shit out of this company. I don't normally buy Tic Tacs, but now I'm going to start buying Tic Tacs because like this last line here, to help us make contact with our extraterrestrial friends, they're all in. Tic Tac's all in on this. And apparently they're theorizing it's aliens, it's extraterrestrial. So put Tic Tac on the board for alien hypothesis. Because that's clearly what they think it is. It's right there in black, green and white. Dude, this is so cool, man. I cannot thank everybody over there at Tic Tac enough for this. Let's see here. Right in front of Graham's book, we shall put them. Hopefully you guys can see them there. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Excellent. All right, and then just everything else here is just paper fun. So I'm gonna also keep this sealed container. I think this is just cool. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, so that was the unboxing. Ta-da! Show. You happy? That was fun. Let me see what everybody's thinking here. Careful disposing that confetti. Don't want to kill any dolphins. This is true. Hey, Arlene. Hello, Arlene from Chris MS. Hey, Gary Voorhees. Thank you for your service. You have an ETA on when the documentary will come out. Ooh, let's see if Gary answers that. Haha, nice, minty, fresh space Tic Tacs. How badass is that? That these things were actually in space. I don't know, just something about them. They just feel special when they've been in a different atmosphere, I don't know. Very cool, man. I dig it. Very, very cool. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that funfetti looks like a freaky doll hair to me. It did a little bit to me too, not gonna lie. Hi, Simon. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Simon, I also hope you're doing well. Truly, I don't know what's going on with Simon, but I hope he's doing good. Arlene Adkins-Zell, hello, how are you? She says hi to Surf Psych, and then Gary says, not sure yet. All right, so there's your answer on the documentary. I will be a corporate whore for Tic Tacs. Great, but you don't have to do that. Just buy some Tic Tacs and talk about them all the time. Or tag them every once in a while on a post. You may be surprised. They might send you some. Stephen Greer's Flares laughing. Simon Fly, what's up, Simon? Jason Brown, all good, mate. Stefan Bowden, I must have bought at least 5K boxes in my life minimum. Well, there you go. Tic Tac, you need to hook up with Stefan Bowden because clearly this man loves your product. So maybe find him. Stefan, do you have a Twitter account? Post it here in the chat. Who knows? Who knows who might be watching from Tic Tac? Jason Brown, what is this madness, Luis? Did you miss it? Did you miss the unboxing? I hope you didn't, because that's what we were doing. For some reason, I want to buy Tic Tacs now. There you go. It's working. It's working. That's exactly what Tic Tac wants. Tic Tac needs an anti-gravity flavor. That's a great suggestion. I was going to say question, but that's a cool suggestion. I dig that. Gary Voorhees, cool. Good luck. And thank you with everything you guys are doing at UAPX. I'm wondering who we're all 50 Cent to. That's a great question. I know Ryan Sprague got a container and Andy McGrillen got a container. I think the people, when Tic Tac came out and solicited messages, because when they sent these Tic Tacs into space, it actually kind of looked like something like this, but it looked like a Tic Tac. And then in it, they had a built-in screen where they were asking people to send messages up to space that would display on the screen on a live stream. And then those messages would come up while this thing was in space, and then it came back down. And so I think it was because I had sent a tweet with a suggestion to put up. I can't remember what my tweet was, but I remember Andy McGrillen, I feel like, had the best one. I can't remember what his said either, but I do remember his being really good. Mine was okay. I swear next time I'll do better. But yeah, so I think that's who probably got him. The 50 people who, maybe the first 50 people that sent in a suggestion to put on that screen. Who knows? But that's my guess. I don't know how they choose you. They just do. Hope you're having a good rest of this week, Luis. Well deserved. Thank you so much. I will be. I've been really relaxing, sort of not thinking about work or emails or anything. So if you've emailed me, I apologize. I promise I'll get back to you. But yeah, I've been pretty indisposed, and it's feeling really good. Been playing video games. It's the first time I've been doing that in a while. Worked out a little bit today, so hopefully I'll get back into a workout routine. And yeah, man, just relaxing, just decompressing from all of the work. And man, we've done a ton of work in the last 6 months. So, it's been it was definitely, I needed it. I needed it. And I knew I needed it the first day, because I was just like, oh man, I don't have to do a show today. That feels good. Feels good that I don't have to stress about it for a week. But we're going to be back strong next week. And we've already got, actually, I believe Dave Mason from UAPX is going to be joining us next week on Monday. Then we got NK Kranda on Wednesday, and then Jerry McGowan from UAPX on Friday. So it's gonna be like a UAPX week. So don't miss any of the episodes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And let's see here. Arlene, hi. Stefan, go have another joint, Luis. All right, I can do that. I can definitely do that. What is this minty madness? It's all good. It's all good stuff. Luis, can we watch the Fox interview with Lou? You want me? Okay, I see what you're saying. You want me to play it, is what you're saying. Let's see here. Does anybody have a link in YouTube? Has anybody posted on YouTube? I can't link the audio from my Twitter to this because it's on a different server, and logging in from or not a different server, it's on a different what do they call these things, internet browsers, and none of my passwords are on the Google Chrome. Anyway, that's what's going on. $5 donation, thank you so much. I didn't know this was going to be a Luis Jimenez show. Well, too freaking bad. By the way, we're gonna have, I got to get back in touch with Robert, but we're going to have him back on the show. We were supposed to have him earlier in the month, and he couldn't make it. So he said, anytime before, I think he said October 3rd or 4th, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're going to try and get him in before that. Well, it might be tough, but let's see. We'll see where we can fit him in. But yeah, we're going to have Robert back on the show, so it should be cool. Schoolcraft, thank you for the $5 donation. I truly appreciate it. Carl Vibe, what is shaking, my dude? Carl Vibe's been having some really great interviews. He just did one. Totally forgot his name. I'm just exhausted. Haven't really been thinking a lot about anything, and I got to go grab another joint, apparently. So, yeah, go check out Carl Vibe's channel. I know he just did an interview with UFO Jane, or he's got one scheduled with UFO Jane. So go check out his channel. He's doing some really cool stuff. Let's see here. Anything else? Simon Fly. Oh, really? Does anybody have the crazy ass military planes on the war zone? I don't know if I've seen those. Are you talking about the new B-52 Raiders? Those that finally are starting to roll off the assembly line? If so, yes, I have seen them. But if it's something else other than that, then no, I don't think I have. It's going to be a UAPX intensive week, and definitely will be. I'm looking forward to it. I'm digging the work those guys are doing over at UAPX, and yeah, so definitely come in and check out the show next week. Okay, let's see here. I just watched the clip on Twitter. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can get it on. I can definitely do it. You know what? I can do it. It's going to come through a loudspeaker and then into the microphone. But we'll do it. Let's talk about it real quick here, you guys. Let's see here. Where is that? Let me see here. There it is. Oh, disappeared. Hold on. All right, let's see. I wasn't planning on doing this, but it did just come out, and I thought it was really, really cool. Ooh, that looks cool. Daniel Otis had a great article today about where Canada sends all of their UAP information. Pretty wild. Thank you, Nobody, for the $1.99 donation. Truly appreciate it. Let's see here. Where in the heck did this? You know what? I'll just search for it on UFO Twitter. How about that? Gotta be up there. Wow. Not up there yet. It's not on UFO Twitter. Let's see. Let's see if it's on their latest. Oh, wait. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. It's only a 13-second clip. Ah, man. Sorry, guys. Does anybody hook me up with a Nobody's got a link to this yet, huh? Somebody in the chat, please help me out with this link. This Lou Elizondo Kennedy link. I just had it up, but then it disappeared back into the feed. Oh, did I find it? Okay, there it is. I got it, you guys. All right. Let me share my screen so you guys can watch it with me. And we will do this. All right. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know how much we can break this down. Nobody else is here with us. But I did enjoy Kennedy's hard grilling of Lou Elizondo. It was actually really good. She just spared no expense. All right. Let's check it out. Actually, I'll take these out. Unplug these.
Is the truth out there? June's lackluster UFO Pentagon report left us with more questions than answers. No shock there.
I will say this. Kennedy is really hating this idea. I don't think she liked doing this segment at all. You could tell in her voice. I mean, just off the first line here, where she's like, "I hate that they put this UFO music in here. It's so stupid." But
is the truth out there? June's lackluster UFO Pentagon report.
June's lackluster UFO Pentagon report. She's just like, she does not want to be reporting on this. But at least that's the vibe I'm getting. But the good thing is because she doesn't buy any of this. It's so clear that she thinks this is all a crock of shit. It's so, her body, you'll see her body language is just like, this is all bullshit. And she really grills Lou, but the good thing about that is like, she doesn't care. She's going to ask him and keep pressing him. And God, I hope she does some more interviews with him, because I would love for her to, if we could change her sort of mindset on this, I think that's a huge win. Somebody was pointing out, well, why is it on Fox Business? who cares? I mean, clearly they've got this conspiracy theory segment that they do on the show, Kennedy's conspiracy theory core, whatever the hell they call it, conspiracy or what whatever lame shit the production team came up with to call this segment. But I feel like it's a 3 or 4 minute segment, and then they move on to the next thing. It does not take up a lot of time on the Fox business side of things. So let's see what else happens here.
Questions and answers. No shock there.
No shock there.
What the heck are these things? But an upcoming book by my next guest may bring these answers back down to earth. He says the details will be shocking for humanity. So where did these unidentified objects really come from? And will the world finally take this issue seriously? Here with me now, former Pentagon official and UFO expert, or UAP, Luis Jimenez.
Did you hear that? Did you see, or UAP, whatever we're supposed to call them now? Like, she is very condescending, but I like her sass. I'm not gonna lie.
UFO expert, or UAP, Luis Elizondo. Lou, welcome back to the show.
What's her problem?
It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Lou, you made the big tease. Now give me a shocking detail.
Well, what I plan on doing.
And here's what I love about this first question. Lou, you made a big tease, and he did say that he was going to be saying, well, I don't know if he said it, but I know that Rogue UAPTF, who at least that's who I found out that this interview was happening through. He was like, yeah, Lou's going to make an announcement, something new that nobody's heard on the show, and we actually get it, but I'm not sure if we get it because he said that's what was going to happen. I think his announcement was this shocking tell-all book that he is going to be publishing here probably in the next year or so. And I think she's already hip to the game. Like, yeah, that's not new news. That's not, you talked about that last weekend in San Marino. So what else, let's see.
Providing a behind-the-scenes view of nearly the last decade that I was involved in the UAP program, or I guess in the vernacular UFO program. And I think hopefully when this book comes out, people are going to have a new appreciation for the seriousness of this topic. You just mentioned right there about a couple.
Here's another thing I noticed: Lou Elizondo not wearing a hat. He gelled up his hair a little bit for this interview. Yeah, a little hatless. It's interesting.
Ago that people are starting to finally take this seriously. There's a House bill that's coming up for signature, number 4350, and if your audience were to have a chance to read just 5 pages of within this bill, I think that alone is very shocking.
Well, here's the thing: 4350 doesn't have 5 pages worth about UAPs. I'm pretty sure it was only a page, a full page, maybe 2. I don't know. Maybe maybe he misspoke there. But I see what he's saying. Like, even if you read only 2 pages, the 2 pages we want you to read, it is damn shocking. It's a shocking verbiage.
So what's in there that's shocking, Lou? You're dancing around the subject. No more tap dancing. Give us our medicine.
See, look at her. She's like, no, that's not shocking. That's not shocking. You said shocking. We already know about 4350. Nothing you just said was shocking. So, yeah, love it. I mean, I love that she's again. Okay, so this is her first press.
Let me give you some hard-hitting facts here. So in this bill, we all know that the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence and the Senate Armed Services Committee have been taking this topic very seriously. Of course, leading the charge has been Marco Rubio on that. But now we have the House getting into the game. And in this particular bill, not only does it disestablish the UAP task force and replace it with a more permanent body, but there's now also an annual requirement by the Secretary of Defense himself or herself directly to Congress on the topic of UAPs and what's happening. Furthermore, it forces the U.S. government to work with international partners and allies, something that we've never seen before. And it also requires us to now leverage our geospatial intelligence, our human intelligence, our signals intelligence, and our measurement intelligence.
I don't know if you can hear this, but you can hear her going, because she's losing patience. She's like, we know this. We've heard you say this, which I don't know if I'm curious to know if she's been following this because I feel like she's heard this before. She wants the shocking stuff. But she is going, like a Phil Henry character or something. It's so damn funny.
Organizations to finally bring to
Okay, so we have to, because it's on Twitter, it's split into two.
Our geospatial intelligence, our human intelligence, our signals intelligence, and our measurement intelligence organizations to finally bring to bear what's necessary to solve this great mystery. And then, if that wasn't shocking enough,
none of that's really shocking. You're basically just telling me about the contents of a couple of bills. I want to know.
Look at, okay, so this is press number 2. Actually, I don't find it that shocking at all. Yeah, you haven't said anything shocking, is what she said. By the way, this comment is hilarious, Night Gazer. I find her forehead disturbing. What's wrong with her forehead? She's got a great forehead. I don't get it. Okay, but this is great. Like, this press is so good. So I love that she immediately calls him out. There's nothing shocking about that. And the cool thing about a reporter like this is that she doesn't have a horse in the game, a horse in the race. There's no game with horses, I don't think. But there are races with horses. She's got a horse. She doesn't have a horse in this race. So when he says something, oh, this is going to be shocking, and she doesn't get shocking, she's like, no. Where's the shocking? And she's a Fox News correspondent, so she's a loud, I don't want to say loud, but she's got the status to be like, nah, not good enough. Give us shocking. And so this is her second press.
Your mouth.
Listen to
a couple of bills. I want to know.
To solve this great mystery. And then, if that wasn't shocking enough,
none of that's really shocking. You're
like, if that wasn't shocking enough, yeah, that wasn't. It was not shocking enough. Hilarious, but kind of true. I love you, Lou, but kind of true. Like, I love that she's pressing him on this. This is so awesome. Oh, wait. There we go.
You just tell me about the contents of a couple of bills. I want to know from your mouth what is shocking that will shake humanity to its core.
Absolutely. How about in 1 month alone that the United States Navy encountered over 36 instances in 1 month alone, and within 1 day, over 7 incidents involving UAPs with some of its ships. And this information never got reported up.
Okay, now we're getting interesting. Okay, he said 31 month, 36 incidents. 36 in 1 month with UAP. In 1 day, they had 7 incidences. And there's more. And what sucks about this is that it's almost over. The interview's almost over. But we finally got something not shocking, but new. That's awesome. 36 incidents in 1 day. Or excuse me, 1 month. That's a lot. And I'm curious to know if that's 36 incidents in one area in 1 month, or if that's 36 incidents over the entire security apparatus that they collected. I wish she asked that follow-up, but let's see what happens here. I'm going to go back a little bit.
Incidents involving UAPs with some of its ships, and this information never got reported up.
Were there any physiological effects from the encounters?
Great question. Well, guess what? Congress is now.
Did you see her face when he said, great question? Great question. Watch her face.
Effects from these encounters.
Great question. Well, guess what? Congress is now.
She's like, yeah, great question. So I feel like somebody gave her that question. She did not come up with that question all by herself. But her like eye rolling smirk says she would like, look at the name of this segment. Conspiracy. They took her name Kennedy and just put Conspiracy. She doesn't want to do this. But I love that she doesn't want to do this. I feel like these are some great questions. Artisan Tony with a $10 donation. Great interview with Lou, by the way. I was there. I watched it. You're talking about a guy who was trained to defeat waterboarding. You can't crack Lou. Yeah, I don't know if he was trained to defeat waterboarding. I don't know. I really hope Lou Elizondo had nothing at all whatsoever to do with waterboarding. I hope he wasn't near it. I hope he didn't deal with it in any sort of way. Considering his father was tortured in a prison, I don't think he would go torture people in a prison, especially on his native soil of Cuba. So yeah, it's a question I'd love to ask him. I don't know if he'd be able to answer it because of the classification of the information. But it's one of my concerns about Lou. But again, after talking to him, after talking to his father, after having spent now not only in person, but through live interviews over 12, 15 hours of time with Lou, interacting with him, I don't get the vibe that he's a waterboarder or he approves waterboarding or he even thinks it works. I wonder what his opinion on the tactic is. I have a feeling he's not going to say, yeah, waterboarding works all the time. Awesome. But yeah, anyway. But you're right. He's not going to crack under this kind of pressure. That's for sure. Let's see here. Okay. So I love that. I love her pushbacks.
Great question. Well, guess what? Congress is now asking that same question. Were there any physiological effects? In fact, now we have to report from the government's perspective if we have any crashed UAPs in our inventory. And
I feel like every time she goes off screen, she's like, yeah, okay. Because Lou can't see her. When they do these interviews, they can't see each other. And so that's why she does an eye roll like, oh, okay, Lou. Like, I hope Lou goes back and watch this because she's a little rude. I'll be honest, like he's a guest. Have a little bit more respect. But at the same time, her lack of respect for this topic is giving her the leverage to not give an F. She's just going all in on it. She don't care. So it's cool.
What biological effects have been encountered by our brave men and women in uniform?
And so they are. What are those effects?
Well, there's been some research in that. There were about 36 to 37 DIRDs. These are research documents put out by DIA about 10 years ago, and one of those topics were biological effects of individuals who may have encountered UAPs or UFOs. Now that's significant. And I think
look at her
in itself when looked at by
she's like, significant? Yeah, really? Is it significant? Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, let's continue.
Professionals in itself will be very revealing. Yes, there are indeed individuals who have experienced negative biological consequences as they are associated with UAPs.
Oh, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now we got.
Okay. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to pause that.
Oh, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now we gotta go. Louis, you should live with that. All right, Louis, thank you so much.
She just yelled at him.
This lineup continues tonight with two great hits.
You should have led with that. You should have led with that. I want to watch this last part again because he's talking about biological effects. And, he's talking about these dirges that are written, how significant they are. She's like, those aren't significant. I've never heard of a DIRD. I don't know what a DIRD is. So maybe we'll talk about that in the next week. Maybe Gary Voorhees or one of these guys can include in on what those are. But they sound like reports. They sound like things that were turned in, under a structure or format. So that's interesting.
Now that's significant. And
significant? I don't know what's in those reports. It's hard for us to say it's significant, but it is interesting.
I think that
look at her face
by trained medical professionals in itself will be very revealing. Yes, there are indeed individuals who have experienced negative biological consequences as they are associated with UAPs.
Oh, see, now we're The brand new Fox Business lineup continues tonight.
Wow.
Two great.
She didn't let him say goodbye or thank you. She just whoop, later, bye, ciao. We're done here. Kind of a rude interview. I'm not gonna lie. This was probably the rudest interview of Lou Elizondo that Fox News has conducted. Hands down. Full stop. Like, she was pretty damn rude. But I'll be honest with you, I want to see her interview him more. Like, I would love to see an hour-long conversation between Kennedy and Lou Elizondo. So more of that, please, would be awesome. Please. I don't know. What do you guys think? Dusty says dismissive. Is Fox Luis ... I don't get that. She's rude. So rude. Dirge reports on experimental concepts written by Pudoff and friends for cash. Okay. She doesn't want the milk. She doesn't want the milk it all out at once. Got to ration out the juicy tidbits for more clicks in the future videos. Maybe. She is a biological effect of sorts. Let's see here. Hey, wasn't she an MT? Yes, she was, Alien Pokerface. I had mentioned that before we started talking about it. Let's see here. So let's see. As Lou would say, he's a big boy. He can handle it. I think you're right. I think that's exactly what he would say. Anonymous Rex said, I thought she did a good job. I did too. It was just, as a reporter, you're supposed to be unbiased, and she clearly has a bias, and she showed it. So that's what I mean by unprofessional and a little rude. But again, that clear bias that she has gives her the permission to ask and press however she feels he needs to be pressed. She clearly does not believe the story. She doesn't believe Lou Elizondo. I don't think she's really looked into it. I think I would have loved if Lou would have said, well, one of those biological effects was public. Senator John McCain helped Pendleton. That was his last name, from Rendlesham Forest. So like they couldn't get his medical records, and he needed to get medical attention because of the biological effects of what happened to him at Rendlesham. And the vets or the veteran hospital would not release his records, and he had to go to John McCain to get those records released. They were still classified, but John McCain helped him approve that surgery. So that would have been a cool example to be like, hey, lady, it's clear you haven't done your homework. Why don't you go look at something that's already public? That is shocking. Like, that case is shocking. The fact that you had a U.S. soldier experience a UAP, come away with biological effects, needs hospital attention because of those effects, and was denied because his records are classified and they don't want to talk about what those biological effects could have been that caused those health conditions. So it's clear that she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And it's kind of, I mean, look, you're thinking on the fly. So I don't totally blame Lou for coming back at her with that. But I don't think he was expecting this this sort of style of interview, especially from Fox. Fox has been really great to Lou. They've given him a lot of time and show of respect. Like, no matter who the news pundit is, they always give him respect for being a military man, serving his country for 2 decades, and there's a lot of weight to his service. She threw that completely out the window. So it was just very interesting. I'd like to see her leave it to the professionals. Okay. Maybe she didn't want to do the interview, but her producer's forced to. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I think she hates doing this segment. Although I've never seen her do the segment. I'm curious to know what other conspiratorial what do they call it? Kennedy, whatever conspiracy theories that they've thrown on the show. I have no idea. I don't watch Fox News, but you could tell she didn't want to be there. No excuse for attitude. I agree. He took Salas like a champ. He definitely did. Simon Fly's like, I like her. I like her too. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed the hell out of this interview. If anything, it is entertaining as hell to watch. As awkward as it may have been for me as an audience member watching it, I loved it. I love living in that awkward. But Spaghetti Lee says, why? This is infotainment, not news. I don't know what part of it is infotainment versus news. I mean, we did get the news of 36 incidences in 1 month, UAP incidences, and in one day we got 7. We didn't get the location or where or what year or any of those things, but that's new information. Those are 2 new nuggets right there, and they're pretty good nuggets to sort of chew and go around. But yeah, everything else was kind of infotainment. A little bit of fluff from Lou, not gonna lie. He was already giving us information that's everybody's already heard, and to her credit, she pressed them. Now I'm curious to know if that was a producer in here going, yeah, we've already heard this. Yeah, press them more. I have a feeling that had something to do with it as well. But who knows? I mean, we'll probably never get that part of the story, but where's the amazing info? Again, that's a good question. Is this the Lou Elizondo show? No way, Autumn Leaf. She's way too obnoxious. Okay. XUAP, he could spend a time with a better interviewer for sure. See, I would love to see them do this for an hour. I could watch this all day. I was thoroughly entertained and also writing things down as Lou was talking. I think this could be like a split audience on this one. But I enjoyed it. Let's see. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then I'm going to get the hell out of here, guys, because this is turning into an hour-long show. They're basically doing the same thing they did with the Tic Tac pilot. I don't agree with Luis's interpretation at all. She was rude and pushy, but it's because she's actually interested in it and wants solid answers. Yeah, maybe I am wrong. That's a good point, Parker. Maybe she does. Maybe she's really into the topic, but she's not getting the answers that she wants, and she's never seen anybody press them. So she was like, well, I'm going to do it today. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do have it wrong, but her facial expressions, her eye rolls, her very first sentence out of the gate was the lackluster report. When I'm sorry, for me, that report was not lackluster. I thought that was a great report. Again, it's a preliminary report. She's not even putting the proper label on these things. I think that HR 4350 is insanely significant. We talked about it with Tim McMillan. We talked about it with Alex Sears and Jazz Shaw. That is an amazing piece of legislation. And if it goes through as is, we should be thrilled about that. Of course, I would want a public option thrown in there just so that way we the people get a public unclassified report. But if it goes in as is, that means we'll probably get a classified report the next year, which I'm okay with because I understand this is a marathon, not a sprint. So we got to take what we can get as we get it, especially when it comes from a lawmaker's perspective. They have 2 bills right now. They got a Senate bill and a House bill. So it's going to get approved. It's going to get voted on. Congress and the Senate are very likely going to get 4 UAP classified reports next year. That's an awesome thing. So, I disagree with her. Like, I don't think it was a lackluster report. I don't think 4350 is insignificant. I guarantee you she probably didn't read it because for me, that actually for HR 4350 is significant. It's important. And it's something that all of us should want signed into law. All of us, even if it doesn't have a public, option in there. It's a good piece of legislation and it's going to open a lot of doors on this conversation 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. So it's significant. So I think that's why I say that, Parker. You don't get to push like that without having a bit of attitude. Totally. A very millennial interview. Kennedy's not a millennial. Okay. Let's be clear here. Kennedy was in her 20s when I was watching MTV. Okay. So Kennedy is probably pushing or in her mid 50s at this point. She's not a millennial. But it's still a funny, very funny comment. So thank you, Mick Byronk. Case for Infinity. Girls just want to have fun. I think she had a lot of fun in this one. Unbiased ? Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of unbiased stuff here. Anyway, you guys, I think this is a great comment to end it all. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Tic Tac unboxing. If you didn't get to see what was in here, these 2 Tic Tac boxes went to space. They were actually in space, and now they're in my studio. So very cool. Again, thank you, Tic Tac. Go show them some love, you guys. The fact that we have a corporation talking about UFOs is cool. And they have also put in print that they think it's extraterrestrial. So, make contact with our extraterrestrial friends. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. So anyway, you guys, let me get the music back up in here. That was fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. Come on a second. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's it, you guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much for the super chats and hanging out for the last 50 minutes, talking about Lou Elizondo. I would love to talk to the boys about this and see what they say. Maybe we'll get into it next week, but I have a feeling by the time next week comes, there'll be other stuff to talk about. Anyway, you guys, that was fun. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode, of the Unidentified Celebrity Review, your home for credible news, reviews, and commentary on everything UAP and UFO. My name's Luis Jimenez, no co-host today. Totally improvised episode. We're still off for the rest of the week. This is my vacation week. So no show Friday, no show tonight, even though you kind of got one. You got half of a show. And yeah, that's it. I want to say thank you to sponsor Blue Mountain Chronicles. I want to say thank you to DOS Tapes with this new jam right here. It's a gem. And that's it, y'all. Check out the Patreon, check out the super chats, check out the links below. Great ways to support the show. Like the channel, subscribe, share, subscribe. I already said that. Ring the bell. All that good stuff. Anyway, y'all, peace out. Be good. Love ya.
Now look at this girl and she's standing right there, and she's moving like a renegade. Better make my move before some other guy takes her away. Better figure out what to say, 'cause she ain't no fool, and that's the truth. Ain't that the truth? Now look at this girl and I don't care, 'cause I'm moving like a renegade. Better make my move before some other guy takes her away. Gotta make her mine, I'm running out of time. This is your last chance to make some romance. Gotta make her mine, I'm running out of time. This is your last chance to make some romance. I don't care what your friends will say. I do what you want, what you want, what you want. I do what you wanna do. I do what you wanna do. Now look at this girl and I don't really care, 'cause we're moving like renegades. Better make my move before somebody else takes us away. Gotta make her mine, I'm running out of time. This is your last chance to make some romance. Gotta make her mine, I'm running out of time. This is your last chance to make some romance.